What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy Willie Does Wrestling, back at it again with a brand new video and a brand new predictions video here today. Of course, it is AEW Wrestledream. It's happening this coming weekend, and of course, usually the week before we do predictions. I would have done it a lot sooner if I would have realized that Wrestledream is actually very soon. I know we were all focused really on Bad Blood season and everything like that. But since there's a new pay-per-view going on, we got to do some predictions. Right now, there are 8 matches announced, 7 on the main card, 1 on the pre-show. Figured, all the other matches that'll probably be announced in the next coming days probably won't be that important, so I won't really touch base on those matches. We're going to talk about all the matches that are official as of October 7th, 2024. Also, before I get started, please excuse the voice. I am still dealing with an illness, but I want to get this video out. So if I sound a little bit off, that is the reason. I'm not dying, at least I don't think. But yeah, please bear in mind that as this video progresses. Before we get started, obviously, if you're new here, be sure to leave a like, be sure to subscribe, be sure to turn post notifications on so that way you never miss an upload, and everything like that. So let's get on with Wrestledream. It's the second Wrestledream in AEW. It's going to take place in Tacoma, Washington. And let's get on with this card. We're going to go top to bottom. We're going to go through the matches one by one and give our thoughts. The pre-show match, the only pre-show match that's official as of right now for the Ring of Honor World Television Championship. We got Atlantis Jr. defending against Brian Cage. I did not know that Atlantis Jr. is still the television champion. I thought he dropped that. I thought they were only going to have him hold that belt so that way they can be like, oh, CMLL partnership. Here you go, guys. That does not appear to be the case. He is still the champion, and he's facing Brian Cage. If I can be honest for 1 second here, I feel like Brian Cage should get the win here. Give Brian Cage something to do. Have him have something. I feel like Brian Cage could really benefit from holding this belt. Like, if you're not going to have him on AEW television, at least have him be a Ring of Honor mainstay in a sense. He is a beast. He's a wicked monster. Brian Cage literally has all the tools to be a big star, but Tony Khan does not know how to book big men to save his life, clearly. And I feel like if you have someone like Atlantis Jr. just beat Brian Cage like that, it makes Brian Cage look super duper weak, in my opinion. So, I don't know too much about this match. Obviously, I don't watch Ring of Honor. I don't care really about this match. But if I were to pick a winner, I would say and new Ring of Honor World Television Champion Brian Cage. Now we go on to the main card as for the Ring of Honor World Championship. We have Mark Briscoe defending the championship against the Learning Tree, Chris Jericho. And Mother of God, I swear on everything that is holy, if Chris Jericho wins this championship and goes on to do another fucking, like, hi guys, holds the belt hostage, stuff like that, just kill Ring of Honor, in my opinion. You might as well just kill Ring of Honor right there. Obviously, Mark Briscoe and Chris Jericho have been feuding for the past little bit. Of course, the conglomeration and the Learning Tree, what have you. I don't know, because it could really go either way. They could have Mark Briscoe defeat Chris Jericho. Mark Briscoe can continue this average at best reign as Ring of Honor World Champion, but they could also give it to Chris Jericho and have him be the Nueve. Like, that would be 9 world championship reigns, right? So they could play on that. I really, really hope Chris Jericho does not win this championship here. And I don't know who I think they're going to make win, because, again, it could really go either way. Tony Khan loves pushing Chris Jericho. He's not good in the ring anymore. He's old. He's washed, in my opinion. And that's sad to say, considering the fact that Chris Jericho is one of the greats in professional wrestling, one of the greatest professional wrestlers of all time. It really hurts to say, but I feel like Jericho should hang up the boots, and I'm not saying that because of the allegations that came out about him late last year or because everyone else seems to hate him. I'm saying that because it's true. I'm saying that because when I see him wrestle, I don't see the legend that is Chris Jericho. I see a withered old man who doesn't know when to call it quits. I really hope Mark Briscoe retains this championship. But then again, the Ring of Honor World Championship, let's be honest, guys, it doesn't mean a whole lot anymore. It doesn't. Like, yeah, screw it. I think this will be the one match that I'll get wrong. I'm going to say the winner and still Ring of Honor World Champion, Mark Briscoe. Next, we have a singles match. Darby Allin, he issued an open challenge, and the person who answers is going to be the House of Black's Brody King. Now, how I thought this was going to go when they first announced this match, I thought they were going to have Darby Allin issue this open challenge, and then we have no idea who is going to face Darby until the event, and it could have been a debuting Bobby Lashley. Now, that's not saying, hey, this match might not happen. Card subject to change. They could say last minute Brody King's injured. They could do an attack angle, and then it could be Bobby Lashley or something like that. Or this match takes place as scheduled, and then Bobby Lashley and the rest of the Hurt Syndicate debut and beat the hell out of Darby Allin. I'm going to say I feel like this match is happening so that way afterward we're going to get the debut of Bobby Lashley and the Hurt Syndicate. Shelton Benjamin, MVP, they're already there. So why not make this the time that Bobby Lashley makes his AEW debut? So I'm going to say the winner of this match is going to be Darby Allin. And then afterward, Bobby Lashley and the Hurt Syndicate attack Darby Allin. And that could set up a tag team match, Swerve and Darby versus Hurt Syndicate, or a trios match if you want to include MVP. Something like that. I don't know what they're going to do, but I think this match only exists so that way there will be a spot where Bobby makes his debut. I'm going to say Darby beats Brody, and then Bobby Lashley debuts. Next, for the AEW TNT Championship, we have Jack Perry defending the title against Katsuyori Shibata. Listen, I love Shibata. I think he's very funny. I think he's a great wrestler in all the times that I have seen Shibata in action. But I don't think Jack Perry's losing this belt to Shibata. Would I be shocked? Hell yeah. Would I be mad? Hell no. But I feel like they're going to drive this Jack Perry reign a little bit longer. And everything like that. I'm not saying this match isn't going to cook, but I think this is just another easy title defense for Jack Perry. I don't know who could possibly dethrone Jack, but I don't think it's going to be Shibata. I would say it's probably going to be Orange Cassidy or Kyle O'Reilly or someone like that. And that's a shame because I love Shibata, but I don't think he's going to win. I think this is just going to be another title defense for Jack Perry. So I'm not gonna try to talk about this way too much. I'm going to say the winner and still TNT champion Jack Perry. Next, for the AEW International Championship, it'll be a triple threat match as Will Ospreay defends against Ricochet and Konosuke Takeshita. Now, this is a very interesting match. It's a very interesting match indeed. Obviously, we saw the match between Will Ospreay and Ricochet. It had a weird finish in a sense. It was almost like a double pin. Then Takeshita came in, attacked them both, and then this set up this triple threat match. And I don't know who could possibly win. It's a triple threat match. Ospreay does not have to be pinned or submitted to lose the championship. My only gripe with this is they need to strike with Konosuke Takeshita, because these start and stop pushes, I feel like, have gotten way too out of hand. Takeshita is an amazing talent. Takeshita should have been TNT champion at Forbidden Door. I'll say that right now. Takeshita is definitely one of those guys that could be one of the greatest foreign heels in wrestling right now if they just book him well. I feel like Ricochet is only in this match to take the pin. I think it's either going to be Ospreay or Takeshita. Honestly, I am going to go on a whim. I feel like what they're going to do is they are possibly going to have Takeshita win this triple threat match. Like, Takeshita is going to pin Ricochet, and then Will Ospreay is going to be pissed because he lost this championship. Like, he lost it, but he wasn't pinned or submitted. And then I feel like at Full Gear, they're probably going to do a rematch. It's going to be Takeshita versus Ospreay 2. Who wins that? I don't know. I feel like Takeshita should win that. Honestly, I feel like they're going to want at least one surprise of the night, and I feel like it should be here. I feel like Takeshita should win the International Championship. I feel like he deserves it. And, Ospreay could go on to the main event. I feel like keeping him in the international title picture is doing more harm than good for anyone else who deserves to hold that international championship more. Honestly, I'll say Takeshita should win the international championship. So I'm going to go on a massive win here, and I'm going to say the winner and new AEW international champion, Konosuke Takeshita. Next, we have everyone's favorite tag team in the minute, the Young Bucks, as they defend the AEW World Tag Team Championship against Private Party. Guys, should I pretend that this match is going to go either way, or should I just say what we all know? Should I just say what we all know? Like, who the fuck thinks Private Party's winning this? I get it, they're getting a bit of a push now, but I feel like it's just more victims for the Young Bucks. They're going to use their creative control card, and yeah, honestly, fuck it. I'm not talking about this match. I'm not ruining my throat for the Young Bucks. The winners, and still AEW World Tag Team Champions, the Young Bucks. Next, for the AEW Women's World Championship, we have Mariah May defending the championship against either Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, or Willow Nightingale. And so technically this match, there's going to be two predictions. I'm going to predict who the number one contender is going to be, and then it's going to be who's going to win against Mariah May. So, in terms of Britt Baker versus Willow Nightingale, I feel like, for obvious reasons, I feel like it should be Willow. Not only because Willow deserves it, but we just had Britt Baker get a women's title opportunity. And no offense to Britt, but we've seen the reactions on Twitter. Britt needs to fucking hit the wrestling school again. She's way too slow. I get it. She came off of like an injury in a sense. Like she took a little bit of time off, but I feel like that shouldn't be an excuse. Britt Baker should have trained a lot more before she went to All In and faced Mercedes Moné. So I feel like it's going to be Willow Nightingale, and I feel like she needs that spot a lot more anyway. In terms of who wins between Willow and Mariah May, this could also go either way. I'm scared if Willow wins this belt. And I'm going to say why. Because I could very well see a scenario where Willow Nightingale will win the Women's World Championship. But what if she does? I will be afraid that Mercedes Moné is going to try to play the creative control card, try to play Kenny Omega from 2021, and try to be the belt collector. She's already the TBS champion. She's already the New Japan Strong Women's Champion, whatever the fuck they want to call her. What if she tries to go for that Women's World Championship? That wouldn't do anybody any bit of good. Any bit of good, in my honest opinion. I could see a scenario where Willow wins this belt, but in my opinion, I feel like it's way too early. I feel like Mariah May should do more with this reign, because otherwise, you just had her on there to take it off of Toni Storm? Like, I feel like that's stupid. You could have Willow dethrone Toni, you know what I mean? So I feel like they're going to give Mariah the win here no matter who wins on Title Tuesday. But again, I'm very scared. If Willow wins this belt, you know a Mercedes feud is going to be coming. But I'm going to say the winner of the match and still AEW Women's World Champion, Mariah May. Now, when the main event of the evening for the AEW World Championship, we have Bryan Danielson defending the championship against former BCC stablemate Jon Moxley. And I don't know. It's very confusing because Danielson, he's obviously retiring. Well, at least retiring from full-time competition. And he was supposed to face Darby Allin. And, it's the Danielson and Darby match did not happen, unfortunately. Because Jon Moxley now has that spot. So you got to ask yourself, why? I'm gonna do a little bit of a fantasy booking here. I feel like, in a sense, Jon Moxley will dethrone Bryan Danielson. And then a little bit down the line, let's say Mox has a little bit of a reign, maybe 2 months max. And then Darby's going to want that championship that he gave up that shot for. And then Darby Allin will be the one to dethrone Jon Moxley. Another reason why I feel like Jon Moxley is going to dethrone Bryan here is because that is like Wrestledream will possibly be the night we get that big reveal over who is really behind the new BCC, the new Blackpool Combat Club, because Jon Moxley has said, this is about something more than me. This isn't your company anymore. He said it to Tony Schiavone about a month or two back. Like, Jon Moxley is clearly trying to indicate that he is a pawn in something that, it's almost like the Monday Night Messiah, where it's like, oh, I'm fighting for a greater good. And we're going to take this company over. We're going to show the world. And I think, I know a lot of people are trying to debunk these rumors. I know a lot of people are trying to fool the IWC. I feel like Shane McMahon is behind the new Blackpool Combat Club. I feel it in my bones. Because Shane McMahon is hanging around all these AEW people. Shane McMahon, we obviously talked about the picture he took with Tony Khan and everything like that. Like, the dots just really seem to connect to Shane McMahon. And I feel like at Wrestledream, that is going to be the night where it is revealed that Shane McMahon is the mastermind behind the Blackpool Combat Club. And I feel like to really solidify that, I think they're going to give the belt to Jon Moxley. And Bryan Danielson will unfortunately retire as a full-time in-ring competitor. Where that goes from here, I don't know. I feel like it will probably lead to Darby Allin getting involved in this feud somehow or something like that. It's very confusing, I know, but I feel like the winner of the match and new AEW World Champion will be Jon Moxley for the 5th time. And Shane McMahon will be the leader of BCC. But ladies and gentlemen, that will have to conclude my predictions for AEW Wrestledream 2024. Do you agree with my picks? Do you have different ones? Let me know down in the comments below. Also, let me know your excitement levels for Wrestledream. Let me know what match you're looking forward to the most, what match you're looking forward to the least. I would very much love to hear your thoughts about this card and everything like that. Again, excuse my voice. Like, that's why I haven't done any universe mode related videos yet, is because I need my voice to recover. I've been talking way too much. But ladies and gentlemen, that will have to conclude this video. If you're new here, be sure to leave a like, be sure to subscribe, be sure to turn post notifications on so that way you never miss an upload. Be sure to share the videos around with your friends, as that helps with the algorithm and that helps get the videos out there. I want to thank everyone for the support on the recent videos, especially the one where we talked about The Rock's return and what could be next. Thank you guys so much for that. Ladies and gentlemen, that will have to conclude this video. This has been your boy, Willie Does Wrestling. I will see you in the next video. Be good people, and peace.